answers? I think I'm entitled to.
You want answers!
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Waking up to Zero Dark 30. Waking up to facts, waking up to reality, waking up to truth. Man, I tell you, there's a lot to wake up to. Can you imagine you waking up one day after knowing nothing and learning everything you know now about the world you live in, from the government to world politics, world economics, to what they're doing to kids, both in school and in their little minds? Can you imagine waking up to it all at once? What a slap in the face that would be, would it not? Well, it's happening, but people don't wake up and learn everything at once. They just learn little pieces. And that's where you and I are instrumental. We don't shock them too bad, but we do. We want to shock people enough that they wake up. They wake up. Now, let us talk about how Americans have woken up and how you, as in you and I, us, we're responsible. We share a great deal of responsibility in the success that we have had in America in waking up the people. Conversely, the government has done all it can to shut everything down. Shut it down 100%. That's called propaganda, folks. Now, if you're spreading facts, if you're telling the truth, if you're sharing your ideas, right, that is different. Hot coffee, that is way different, ouch, than a corporation. A corporation trying to silence people, trying to change their opinions, is actually quite a bit different. Even though the government has recognized them as, quote, persons, they have personhood, a corporation expressing its opinion is quite a bit different than a human being. Because a corporation doesn't experience tyranny. A corporation doesn't experience pain and suffering. It doesn't know the joy of life. It only knows destruction. That's all it knows. The only way a corporation, well, I guess it does experience success if you screw over everyone else. Okay, anyways, let's leave them alone for the time being. I'm not against corporations. I think the corporations are tools that should be used for the benefit of mankind, not for the enrichment of a few. Okay, so moving back to waking up in America. I get up really damn early, and I do a bunch of work up in my head. Spend a lot of time reading and thinking about what is going on, what is happening. America's waking up, and you are responsible in a very large way. Budweiser. That's right. One of the greatest advertising icons in America. One of the most recognized, recognized commercial items. A can of beer. Iconic. They've had incredible marketing campaigns for years, making fun of everybody. They cannot sell their beer. Most people don't realize that big, corporations, they require the items they put on their shelves to sell, because that space costs money, right? If you think about it, you spend money on mortgage, on rent. Not only are you buying some dirt and some wood and sticks, you're buying space in the world. Space costs money. Try and open a business in a mall, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The cost of space. Well, if Budweiser can't sell their beer, they're going to lose that space, that prime real estate in every 7-Eleven, in every Circle K, in every Wawa, in every Buc-ee's, in every Love's, in every store in America, Budweiser has prime real estate to sell their swill. Think about all the space, the thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of retail space, prime retail space, refrigerated, that's right, cold beer, refrigerated space, no less. Stores are going to dump them. They're going to dump them. They're going to take that space away from them. That report just came out. Americans are learning. Americans are waking up. Americans are pissed off. Americans are sharing. And sharing is caring. Americans are sharing with one another their opinions. Because it is shocking. America was shocked when they saw that fruit salad on a can of Bud Light and being told to celebrate. Just the way the whole world right now is being told to celebrate Pride, and the whole world is going, I don't think so. It's bad enough that they do it already. And by bad, I mean it's just disgusting. Right? What are they proud of? Well, of telling everyone else that they're sodomites. There doesn't need to be a revival of Victorian prudenism, but there does need to be a revival of morality and decency. Just plain old morality. Anyways, America's pissed off. I think they agree. We like, right, what we like, and we don't like what we don't like. So in order to stop that, in order to stop you and me, they're continuing to battle us on the world of propaganda. And it is a world of propaganda, folks, from the government so-called officials and the government agents and the government mouthpieces who are paid to lie, from those people to the news. And even those who are trying to break into the so-called alternative spaces. How about private funded networks like YouTube? That's a great example, right? YouTube, even though you, if you're watching this bright and early, are on thepreparedmind.club, we're here. This is where the people's voice can be heard. So they're trying to silence the fuck out of us. Yes, they are. Instead of promoting us because people want to hear what we say, they're trying to silence us. And then they want to introduce their own sounds. But we're still talking about and covering things that the mainstream media will not. Let me give you a big 4 example. America's woken up to the threat and risk that transsexual, transgender, trans fruit salads represent. We've already had, right, the mass shooter trans person that they tried hiding, and we all got suspicious and said, wait a minute, time out. And then it was true. Yeah, it was a tranny that killed children and wanted to kill a whole lot more. Well, the media is silent. Zip. The media is silent about another tragedy that just occurred. A 34-year-old trans man, 34-year-old trans man stabbed his father to death. He didn't get in an argument. He didn't, have a shouting match. He didn't get mad and just leave the house. No, he turned, went, grabbed a knife, and stabbed his dad to death. And the father, the dead guy, guess what? He was just retired, recently retired. Imagine working your whole life just to be stabbed to death by your transgender son. Pretty damn shocking, isn't it? Well, that's the world we live in. That's the world they want to give us. They want to give us that world, but hide it. But America is waking up. Thanks to you. Literally, thanks to you. Keep waking up Americans. Keep shocking them. Share the information that's out there, that's available. We have the ability to share information. There's news sites everywhere. That's where I get my news from, is all over the place, as well as you guys who said it to me. Because you're scouring the news. When you find information, share it with others. Share it with others so they can learn as well. Right? People are learning that this isn't a harmless thing. People that put their nose to the grindstone all day, they don't have time to look around. When they finally start, they're waking up. Wake up, America! Because chance favors the prepared mind. Godspeed to you, Semper Fi.